So yeah, I'll stand over here so that you can read it. So hello. Yeah, so my name is Ria Lu. Well, actually, my full name is Mary Lizabeth. So you probably see that. You probably wonder why I have a different name from what I usually use. But we're Filipinos that way. Right? We have nicknames. Anyway, so my name is Ria Lu, and I'm here to present my global pitch called Second Wind, Executive Assistant Training for Returning Mothers, or mothers returning to the workplace. Right. So we know the story. Promising young woman leaves the workplace to focus on a new stage in life, motherhood. And it's a worthwhile new role, right? And but then when the kids grow up and she wants to return to the workforce, usually she would find herself in a world that seems to have moved on without her. So it's hard to get back into the workplace. And so enter Second Wind. Let's next slide, please. What Second Wind is we train mothers returning to the workforce with tools to help them become effective executive assistants. Why executive assistants? Well, we wanted to focus on a role that requires skills that are already mostly there, And running a household while running after toddlers, while remembering everyone's birthdays and soccer practices, business trips, and taking care of the logistics of all of those, while not forgetting to pick up the dry clean, sounds much like how you'd like your dream EA to be, right? Minus the toddlers. So what we plan to teach them is the current tools that they need to be able to get into the workplace more easily. So included in these tools are conferencing, scheduling, AI tools, soft skills as well, including ownership and foresight, and also mental health and wellness knowledge that would help both themselves and the executives they would eventually support. Sorry, next slide, please. Yes. Yeah, there it is. All right. There will also be a mentoring component so they could understand exactly what is expected of them in that role. Actually, I think most of you would know, like as executives, as women running their own organizations, we tend to forget to eat, to rest, we usually just stop when our body gives up, right? So a very effective executive assistant actually would try to stop you before you actually, shut down. So, next slide, please. This will be a nonprofit project relying on partnerships and sponsorships with various other companies and organizations. Next slide, please. Our first batch of trainees will come from organizations we are part of, and we'll also use social media to promote awareness about the project. Next. There are existing virtual assistant training programs, but they're usually focused on just the use of the tools, while we'd like a more holistic approach. That's why this one includes the soft skills training, the mental health and wellness training, and the aim is really to get these women into higher paying roles, and not just because virtual assistant rates actually really range. So sometimes it's really low, sometimes it's really high. So we want them on the higher end of the pay scale. So next, please. The project will primarily be led by me and volunteers within my company, but we will be partnering with other individuals and organizations, especially for the mentoring side of things. Okay, next. So the project isn't really a very expensive project. The project will cost around $42,000 a year to run. The main part of the 3-month program will be conducted online. Then it will culminate with a face-to-face component. Funding will be raised through sponsorship and partnerships. Like part of it will be funded by my company as well because we need assistance all the time. We're currently next, please. So we're currently in the preparation stage of the project, and we plan to run the project in Q1 next year. For my ask, I would like to ask you to sponsor a trainee, either as a company or individually. It only costs $420 to sponsor one trainee. Another way you can support is to volunteer as a trainer or a mentor. Or if you're like me, who's involved in so many different things. In fact, I have a very exciting project that I still need an assistant for. Marla and I are releasing or are getting into intellectual property products. So we're partnering with Hybe, if you're familiar with that company, to release a series of BTS books and games. And oh, by the way, any army in? talk to me because we're releasing our first book, which is a Filipino version of of a BTS recipe book in 2 weeks. But yeah, if you're someone like me who's involved in so many other things, another way that you can be involved is to consider hiring an assistant from this program. And that's it. This is my email if you want to get in touch with me. That's it. Thank you very much.
Ladies, thank you so much, Ria. Ladies, there will be a QR code. The QR code will be